Hello, welcome to your Yin Yoga practice. So today we are going to be needing either a bolster or a couple of blocks. If you don't have a bolster, 2 blocks will be great. I recommend having something to put over it for the last thing that we do, like a blanket or a towel. And then on top of that, I recommend having a blanket for your belly. A weighted towel is the best, or weighted blanket, I should say, is the best, but any blanket will do. And if you have something to cover your eyes, I highly recommend that as well. So for today's practice, we're going to start on our back. So if you are using a bolster, have the handle nice and close to you. Bring it to the side of your mat, right about the middle of the mat. And we're going to take our feet to the top of the mat. You're going to reach your arms straight ahead, taking a really nice big deep breath in. And then you're going to lower down just one vertebra at a time. And you're going to take a moment here as we bend into the knees. And then from this position, what I want you to do is as you bend into the knees, I want you to just bring your knees or your feet wide and then your knees a little bit closer together. And close your eyes here. And then just take your hands to your belly. And then just allow yourself to settle into this space that you're in. And start to feel your breath as it moves through your body. Really allowing yourself to release any of the busyness of your day, your week. And just really allowing yourself to dedicate this next 45 minutes just to yourself. So whatever you need to release, to really take this time, do that now. So that you and your ability to rest and relax through this practice is the highest priority. Everything else can wait. Just take one more breath here. And then you're going to slowly take your time and walk your feet to a hips width apart. Release your hands by your side and take a breath. Now on your next inhale, you're going to press through your feet, peel your hips up, taking either a block or your bolster underneath your sacrum here, so the lowest part of your spine. This should feel nothing but nice. So if you need to release the block, no problem, do it. You're going to walk your feet just a little bit further forward. And then from this position, you're going to lift your right leg into a reverse table, and you're just going to do a couple little slow circles. Take a little pause at the top. And then you're just going to circle the other way. So just getting a little bit of movement through that hip, keeping the hips level so that you're not flailing side to side. And then from here, interlocking the fingers around your right shin, hugging that right knee in. Now the option here is to lengthen your left leg all the way out onto the mat, but that might be a little bit too much. So really listen to your body. Listen to your breath. And if there's any hesitation within the breath, just focus your attention on softening and releasing. And if that doesn't become possible, then you just bend that left knee until it does. And there's so much information available to us within the breath. Remembering that this practice is something that has nothing to do with pushing through anything. It's the complete opposite. We want to allow ourselves to relax through everything we go through. But for most of us, that takes some work. We're so conditioned and patterned to try to push through. So really allow every part of you to soften. Even here, notice if your left shoulder could relax a little bit more. And just continue to send your breath where you need. Noticing where your mind wanders without any thought or meaning attaching to it. Can you just come back to your breath? And for 4 more, just focus on that right hip, creating just a tiny bit of resistance as your shin presses into your hands. And then just hugging that knee a little bit closer as you exhale. 2 more breaths. And then on your next inhale, slowly release your right foot down to the ground. And if it feels good, just let the right leg extend to the same length as the left. So wherever you're at there, and then just take a moment to feel the difference. As all the sensations flood through your body, just allow yourself to melt, notice, and feel. And then on your next inhale, bend into your knees again. Interlocking the fingers now around that left shin, taking a moment to settle in. And then from that position, lengthen your right leg out, just to the point that feels good for you. And then we just rest here. Continuing to feel that deep breath. And feel as you inhale that little expansion right into the left hip. Feel that breath. And as you exhale, maybe you soften a little bit more by pulling the knee in. But again, you want to continuously pay attention to all the tension in your body. So often the shoulders will tense up for a lot of us. Muscles in your face. We all have these little pockets of tension we hold on to. Maybe for you, it's your jaw. So continue to just let go of what you need and soften through your body. And then you just pay attention to the quality of your breath. If it's completely relaxed, then I invite you to pull with those hands and draw that left knee in just a little bit more. And take 5 more breaths here. Slowly and gently release the grip of that left leg. And then once again, just let the left leg relax, just meeting the same length as the right. So maybe that's all the way. Maybe you have a bend into the knees. And then I invite you to just reach the arms up and back and breathe here. And just feel the breath through the front of your hips. And just enjoy this invitation to allow every part of you melt down into the floor in a completely effortless way. One more breath. And then on your inhale, just slowly bring your arms back by your side. Now you're going to bend into your knees, gently lift the hips, and then you're just going to lower those hips once you've moved that prop out of your way and bring it to the left side of your mat. So if you're using a bolster, you're going to line the top of the bolster up towards your left hip and then lengthen the leg down. If you're using blocks, you're going to take both of them and put them in line with one another. You'll need some space in between them so that you can mimic that same length as a bolster. Slowly inch your hips a little bit to the right, and then you're going to take your right leg and let it rest onto the bolster. So if it doesn't reach, just prop something else underneath so that you have that ability to relax here. And then you're going to open those arms up. And then from this position, you may even choose to let your gaze fall to the right. But I really want you to be as relaxed as possible in this position. Eyes closed, no effort, just the ease of your breath. And you want to allow that right shoulder to be melting down. And just continuously feel that breath move through the right side of your body. And allow yourself just 5 more breaths here. Once you've exhaled out all the air, first step is bringing the head back to center. And then you're going to slowly just take your time as you bring your right foot flat. Now, you can take your blocks or your bolster over to the right side of your mat, but get it out of your way for now. What you're going to do is take your right foot, scoot your hips over to the right, and then you're going to bend your left elbow. Now, you're more than welcome to use your blanket here to prop that head up, but you want the neck in line with the spine and totally relaxed. So now with your hips stacked, you're going to have your hand in front of your chest and extend your right leg all the way out to the side. You're going to keep your hips stacked and walk your left foot over to the back edge of the mat. And then you're going to slowly bend into your right knee and reach back and grab the top of your foot. Now, if you need a little bit more height to prop yourself up, you can do that here. But ideally, we can get into that really relaxed position here and just come down to the mat. Now, if you don't feel a stretch through your left thigh, just walk that knee back a little more. And then maybe for you, it's there to start to press the pinky side of your left foot down to the floor. And then from that position, you can open your chest up. And then you just feel the resistance through the front of the left thigh and try to break that up with each inhale you take. Just relax more as you exhale. And especially here, noticing any gripping sensations, anything clinging or holding on. Again, you want to continue to use that focus and attention to soften that seemingly innate grip. Let it go and continue to allow yourself to relax here. Giving yourself 5 more deep breaths. Once you've exhaled out all the air, slowly taking your time, and then from here you can make your way over onto the other side. So take your time coming onto your back. And first we're just going to take a moment here to just press the feet flat. Once again, walk them a little wider like we started out class, and just let the knees drop in towards one another. Take a breath and simply notice whatever it is you notice. And then you just walk your feet back in line with your hips, and then you're going to take your block, bolster, whatever you're using, and place it over to the right side of your mat now. So you're going to extend your right leg long and then scoot your hips over to the left side. You're going to lift that left leg, letting it come and rest on top of that bolster, or using a blanket if it doesn't quite reach. And again, if you're using blocks, make sure you use both of them so that one is under your foot and one is under your knee. Unravel the arms so that you can find this really relaxed position, and perhaps your closed eyes even fall to the left. I want you to allow your left shoulder to be fully relaxed here onto the mat. And then just continuously send your breath through the left side of your body. Notice if there's anything clenching or holding on. And just breathe it out. After you've been here a little bit, notice if there's any more space you can create between your shoulders. Just give yourself 3 more breaths. And once you've exhaled out all the air, take your time and slowly place your left foot down to the ground. From this position, bring the left knee up. So you're going to move that block, bolster, whatever you're using, get it out of your way, and then scoot your hips all the way to the left as you slide that right foot in line with your hip. And then you're going to extend that left leg out on a nice diagonal line. So right now the bottom leg is in line with your whole body. You're going to walk it back to the edge of the mat, so opposite of where the left leg is, so that there's a diagonal now. And then you can bend into your right knee, reach with your left foot. So your right arm is either underneath, or you can prop yourself up if you need a little more height to get that grip. And then from this position here, you're going to just rest. You want to feel a gentle stretch through the front of your right thigh, but noticing if there's any sense of, craving for intensity here. Try to really relax and see maybe if it feels good for you to start to open the chest a little more towards the ceiling, but continue to ensure that your back body remains spacious. And you just continue to send your breath through the front of your right leg. And you keep breathing here. Making any adjustments you need. Maybe allowing yourself to fall a little deeper. And we're going to take 5 more breaths. Once you've exhaled out all the air, slowly release the grip of that hand. And then this time what you're going to do is just kind of curl over to your right side and then come on to your belly. As you come into that position, adjust yourself so you feel centered into the mat, and then palms are pressing and your elbows are going to be down, and we're just going to take a gentle back bend here. Take a big breath in, bigger breath out. And so as we sit up here and just gently push into the floor, I want you to lift your chest a little bit more, and then just soften the shoulders down. Close your eyes. And just feel this gentle and subtle push into the floor. And doing it in a way where it's not that you're pushing through this, it's that you're not sinking into it. You're finding and creating this steady state where you're right in between, finding that sweet spot of being connected and grounded, yet totally relaxed and as effortless as possible. Dissolve what's likely the tension building up in your shoulders and your neck, even the muscles in your face. Unclench your jaw. Can keep it and keep remaining spacious in it. You can slowly start to straighten your arms, breathing here, keeping those shoulders relaxed, and the ribs hugging in, keeping that back spacious here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly take your time, let the elbows come down, and then just let your left ear come down to the ground, and then just rest for a moment here. Take a big breath in, and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, slowly press into your palms. We'll switch, letting that right ear rest. And on your next inhale, slowly come to center. You're going to press yourself up gently, working your way into a child's pose. So if you have that weighted blanket, I highly recommend that you take that blanket and place it onto your low back. Just gives you a little bit of height. If you have sandbags, that's even better. Take your knees out wide and then just reach your arms forward. As you find that position, you're going to reach your arms forward, getting length in your spine. You are going to let your forehead come right down to the ground. You're going to take a nice big deep breath in here. And we're just going to walk our hands over to the right. Feeling that nice big deep stretch through the left side of your body. And then once again, just allowing yourself to give up every little bit of effort here. Allowing gravity to just do the work to open the hips. And then allowing your breath to do the work to open through the left side of your body. Giving yourself just one more breath here. And then you can slowly take your time, just come to the center, and then walk your hands over to the left edge. As the forehead comes down to the ground, now you just breathe through the right side of your body. Allowing yourself just one more really big breath here. And then just slowly take your time, come back to the center. Take one more really big reach here, and then as you lift the elbows, making this a little bit more active, forehead still down to the ground, just take 3 deep breaths here. Allow your heart to melt a little bit more. And then on your inhale, slowly looking forward, we'll move that blanket if you're using it here, and then come all the way up. Take a moment as you bring your knees and feet to a hip width apart. And then what you're going to do, you're going to grab a hold of your props, so either your bolster or your 2 blocks. And if you're using 2 blocks, then you're going to stack them in line with one another. Here's where I recommend having something to throw over top of it so that it's a little more comfortable. And then you're going to take it right up against your hip if you're using that bolster. And then you're going to take your left shin, or whichever hip is closest to the bolster, right up against the long edge of your mat. And then you're going to have your opposite shin, your right shin, with the short edge of your mat. You're going to take a big breath in, lift up nice and tall, inhale here. You're going to walk your hands over top of your props and then slowly start to rest as you come over top of your supports. Now start with your left ear down and then just closing down your eyes here. And then allowing yourself to rest. Now, if you want a little bit more, you're welcome to press into your palms and then slowly bring your right ear down to your prop instead. But listen, and then just allow your arms to inch a little further so there's no effort there. And just allow every part of you to melt down into the bolster and breathe. Feeling the stretch through the right side of your body into your right thigh. Just enjoying this opportunity to be fully supported, to let go. And just enjoy relaxing here with your breath for 5 more. Once you've exhaled out all the air, if you do have your right ear down, you're going to slowly just press into your palms, slide them a little closer to do so, and then let's just meet with the left ear on the bolster. Take a breath. And then slowly slide your hands closer underneath your shoulders, and then we'll inhale here and slowly push yourself up. Take a breath. And then facing the long edge of your mat, we'll just take the right hand to the leg, the shin, wherever it reaches comfortably, and then just reach that left arm up. And then slowly release. You'll take your time, and then we'll just face the back edge of the mat. Scooch your hips accordingly so that as you turn to face the other way, your hip is right up against your support system there, and your right shin is parallel with the long edge of your mat, and now the left shin, you're going to walk that back so you can feel that stretch through your thigh, and shin is parallel with the short edge of your mat. Now press into your palms, big breath in. And then slowly take your time walking your hands until you can rest comfortably. Now start with your right ear down to the bolster, and then just notice any reactions within your body. And if it feels good for you, the breath is completely relaxed, you press into your palms and allow your left ear to come down to the bolster. You just inch your arms a little bit deeper, so that there's no effort whatsoever here. Only effort is by directing that focus and attention through the left side of your body and feeling your breath move through it. Notice if you can adjust in any way to release any effort. And for 5 more here, just enjoy being supported. One more breath. On your next inhale, pressing through those palms. If you have that left ear down, you're going to switch to the right ear. Take a breath. All together, sliding those hands a little closer under your shoulders. Press yourself up. And then face the long edge of your mat as your left hand grabs the left shin, right arm's going to reach up. And then slowly release. Now taking your time, now if we come into, or as we come into this last position, if this doesn't feel good for you, I want you to just ditch the bolster or blocks. If blocks won't work unless you have something comfortable over top, so just ditch them entirely. Again, this is meant to feel really good. I want you to grab all your props. You're going to take your time. You want some space between the bolster and your low back so that this doesn't feel intense as you lower yourself down. Again, feel free to come into Shavasana instead, or any way that you'd like to end your practice. Perhaps legs up the wall. If you have that eye pillow, I'm going to get you to cover that up with your eyes, or cover your eyes up, and then we're just going to wiggle our way into a space that feels completely supported to relax. And then now, without anything to focus on, can you just allow yourself to breathe into this space? To try to do your best to allow yourself the opportunity to just fall into the gap between your thoughts. And no matter where your mind wanders, just keep coming back to your breath. Perhaps even using the mantra we use in our meditation this week. And just repeat to yourself, I am here fully. And then let go of everything else. And as you allow yourself just a couple more breaths here, or perhaps even more, take as long as you can. I'm starting to bring back some movement if you're ready. And then you're going to take your time as you bend into your knees. You can move that blanket, that eye pillow, and just take a breath. You can gently roll to your side. Just be careful as you are elevated, or you can slowly bring your hands by your side, tuck your chin to your chest, and gently slide the hands back as you lift the head. And then we'll just take the legs straight out in front. Lift up really tall, and then slowly let yourself gently round forward with nowhere you need to be, just allowing that back body just a moment to balance out. Just feel your breath as it moves through the back of your body. Maybe you inch your hands. With a little more effort, you lean forward for 2 more breaths. And on your inhale, rolling yourself all the way up, making your way into that easy cross-legged position as you sit up tall, and just bring your hands to your heart, keeping the eyes closed. And just noticing how you feel after taking this time to allow for some rest and recovery. Maybe just allowing yourself to make a little commitment for the rest of your day, week, and even as we head into this very busy season ahead, can you continue to stay committed to giving yourself time to rest and recover? Often as we head into the fall, we come into this really kind of catapulted state to jump back into everything. Be easy on yourself. Make sure that you are nourishing your ability to do your best by giving yourself well-deserved rest. So thank yourself for doing just that today. Namaste. Happy end of summer, happy fall, have the best time, and I'll see you very soon.